A monetary board member and a senior banker testifying before the Presidential Commission says the decision to suspend direct placements must be carefully considered. Zulfiq Fazan reports on Bondgate.
Anthony Nihal Fonseca, a member of the monetary board, testified before the Commission today. Deputy Solicitor General Milinda Gunatilaka pointed out to the Commission, Perpetual Treasuries Limited transfers money to the bank account of a related company, mainly Perpetual Capital Holdings and W.M. Mendes and Company. Thereafter, a cheque is drawn by that related company and the cash is withdrawn by an employee of Perpetual Treasuries Limited. On Friday, a dealer at PTL testified to this process and said he places the cash on the chair of PTL CEO Kasun Palisena. According to the witness, Nihal Fonseca, this is not how a corporate entity would withdraw cash. He said the person originating these transactions does so in order to conceal the ultimate destination of the cash. On the 29th of March 2016, the Employees Provident Fund had purchased 1 billion rupees worth of bonds in the primary market and 10 billion rupees of the same bond in the secondary market. As of the 1st of April 2016, the EPF had 9.9 billion rupees in nexus funds. Nihal Fonseca said if the EPF bid the entire 10 billion at the primary auction, the government would have generated 1 rupees and 95 cents per every 100 rupee of debt. Therefore, as the EPF only purchased 1 billion rupees worth of bonds, the government lost 550 million rupees. This was the very auction that PTL bid a large volume on its own and via Pan Asia Bank. Bonds to the value of 40 billion rupees was on offer at the auction on the 29th of March 2016. According to the Auditor General who testified before, the estimated loss in accepting 77.732 billion rupees in bids as opposed to the 40 billion rupees on offer was calculated as 784.898 million rupees. Nihal Fonseca says Sri Lanka needs a mix of both auctions and direct placements to raise funds. Nihal Fonseca, the monetary board member who testified today, said if direct placements are to be stopped, that needs to be studied carefully and other avenues of raising funds need to be explored. He said if a sudden and arbitrary decision on stopping direct placements are made, the interest rates would go up. However, witnesses have testified that former governor of the central bank Arjuna Mahendran made the decision to suspend direct placements when he visited the PDD on the day of the controversial bond auction. Nihal Fonseca went on to say the governor of the central bank and the Market Operations Committee are not authorized to change market rates. Nihal Fonseca was also instrumental in introducing a new primary issuance system for treasury bonds. This comprises of 3 phases. Phase 1 explores issuance of the entire announced volume in a competitive multiple price auction system through reasonable market bids. In the event of any under-allocation at Phase 1, the Phase 2 opens for voluntary volume-based bidding. At Phase 3, any under-allocation at Phase 1 and Phase 2, if any, is issued on a mandatory basis only among primary dealers. Nihal Fonseca said this new system is more transparent than the previous system. The Commission instructed the attorney for Steve Samuel, the PA to Arjun Aloysius, to inform his client to be present before the Commission tomorrow morning. Justice Prasanna Jayawardena, a member of the Presidential Commission of Inquiry, had suffered a fractured ankle following an accident last Friday evening. He assured the Commission will continue despite the injury. President's counsel Ramesh De Silva, appearing for Arjuna Mahendran, cross-examined Fonseca. When questioned about his relationship with Ajit Niwad Cabral when he was the chairman of DFCC, Nihal Fonseca said he never sought any favor from Cabral and had taken on the monetary board to protect the institution he served. An argument broke out between the state and Mahendran's counsel. Senior Additional Solicitor General Dapulaji Livera said the trait of De Silva was to mislead witnesses and called him the worst example in Hulsdorf.